I'm over here jamming, y'all. Finally got a nice intro, a halfway nice intro done for y'all. So hopefully I can keep improving my artistic video skills, and y'all see some different pictures and videos pop up in there. But welcome to Keeping It 100. You know, we are here to have open and honest conversations to make sure y'all have all the information you need to make better health decisions. I am your host, Dr. Kristen Motley, and as always, we have an amazing show in store for you. Please remember always, if you have questions, pop them in the chat. My friend and colleague, Dr. Tyan Thomas, is there, and she is going to make sure your questions get answered. So just talk to us through the chat. She got y'all. She'll make sure I know what's going on over there. So use the chat. All right, now let's bring in my very awesome co-host, Mr. George Mink Jr. What up, G? You on mute?
I sure am. Okay. Hey, Doc, how you doing? Good afternoon.
Hey, how you doing today?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Trying to get used to summer weather, so
I know it was hot yesterday.
Yeah, got a little allergy issue, but it's all right.
Oh, do you
Yeah,
take something for your allergies?
yeah, I took a little something.
What you take? Or you don't want to tell us? I mean, I don't mean to put your business
Oh
on.
man, I've been taking this what is that stuff called? I don't know, the bird on the commercial. I forgot. Um,
The bird on the commercial.
yeah,
Lord.
I mean it's
Is
okay.
it over the counter or is it
It's over
prescription?
the counter. Yeah, one of
All
them.
right.
It's not Claritin. It's one of them.
Zyrtec?
Yes, Zyrtec. Yeah.
Zyrtec. Okay. All right. All right. Good. Is it helping?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Do you take it every day?
Yes. I just
Okay.
started. Like,
A lot of people don't take their allergy medicine every day. Like they wait till they have a problem and then they take it. And Zyrtec and Claritin don't work like that. Like those are medications you got to be taking them every day, keep them in your system, and that's how they help prevent you from having allergy symptoms. Taking them when you sneeze or have a scratchy throat or itchy eyes is not, it's not going to work automatically. It needs to get in your system, and you need to take it every day.
right. And you see what Tyann said. She said with COVID, having allergies are tricky.
It is, because people think that it's allergies and you need to take a COVID test. So you probably need to take a COVID test.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I probably do. I got like 16 of them. So,
That's what she's trying to tell you. She ain't want to say that,
right.
but she's
Okay,
trying to
Todd.
tell
That's what
you.
you're saying. Okay. Uh,
No, I
right,
had to do that with one of my boys. I had to swab him because the allergies are just crazy this year. But no, I did not suggest that, Dr. Motley. Don't put that
oh,
on
Definitely.
wow. I
on
thought
my
we
court.
were.
No, George Shade game is the best. We're gonna talk about George Shade game in a minute.
Yep.
But he throw shade like nobody I ever seen
Nah, nah,
at
man.
me, y'all. But we're gonna talk about that. So uh let's talk about what you've been up to. So last week we did something that I feel was major because I had never done it before. Like we did it. You helped us get into one of the barbershops in Yaton
Mhm.
and have a panel. So let's just tell everybody what happened with that.
Okay, well, that's what I actually been doing. As you can see a picture right here. This is we did a broadcast, basically called the Barbershop Talk, and we're basically gonna be going on barbershop tours. This just so happened to be like a pilot. We sampled it with Ye and a good brother by the name of Kyle, the lineup in Ye in PA, and it actually went well. We had Dr. King with us. The barber was on our panel, the owner, one of the co-owners there. And we basically was talking like we would normally in the barbershop, but it was just on another level with cameras. Pete brought the crew out, he a
Let me
one-man
tell
band.
y'all, shout out to Uncle P and CMPradio.net. Les, can you throw up that picture of Uncle P at work? Because
Oh,
I'm trying to tell you, I think it
yeah.
was another one. He was like standing up, that one right there.
Yeah,
That
that.
brother was focused. Let me say, he bought out the tripods, he bought out the iPods, he had the microphones,
Yeah.
the cords was running, and everything was matching. I was impressed. I was like, you a real broadcast journalist. That's what I'm talking about. He
Right.
showed up like a real professional. So shout out to CMP
Yeah.
Radio
Not the
.net
crew.
and Uncle P and Les and the whole team, because y'all did a good job at
Yeah.
the barbershop. So
Yeah.
I'm just proud to be a part of it.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it was like totally professional. Shout
Yep.
out to Les as well. You know, she big behind the scenes and in front of the camera when she want to be. But yeah, Doc. I mean, it was like a great experience. I mean, I really didn't know what to expect. I know what the movement was. That's the buzzword. And
Yep.
our movement and what our goal was to get brothers to start talking about it and, you know, start being more aware of the actual facts instead of the theory. So it been like a theory versus a fact thing.
Yep.
And it actually went well. The conversation went well. The doc gave us some good insight on ways we should be approaching COVID as well as the vaccination when making a decision.
Yeah, he gave a lot of good information. He one thing that he mentioned was that two numbers, 100,000 and 1 million. And he talked about how him and his colleagues in the Black community, or just colleagues in, you know, healthcare providers in general, you won't really get to know what are the rare side effects to drugs or to vaccines until at least 100,000 people have received that intervention. And so that was a good number, you know, to keep in mind when you're doing something that's new, just to see, has 100,000 people tried it and what happened to them. And we know with the COVID vaccines, the side effects, the severe side effects or adverse events are extremely, extremely rare. If we look at the one that everyone's like all skeptical about, that's on the J&J vaccine. And even with the J&J vaccine, although it can cause some blood clots in certain people, it only happens in 3 people out of 1 million. That's really, really, really rare. And you wouldn't catch that in a clinical trial because you would have to enroll 1 million people in a clinical trial. And that's just unheard of. And
Right.
So that's why I say we always take our time. Like, we're not going to be first to get it. And we just need to, wait, see what happens, and then pull the trigger and make the decision. So, and I don't even want to say pull the trigger because I don't even like that analogy, but make the decision.
Right.
So we are never asking our people to do something right away because we just wouldn't do that. That's just not how we roll as a people. But at some point, we have to acknowledge that enough information is available. We have a better understanding. Enough people have been involved. And then make a decision to take action.
Right, Doc. I mean, we can come outside now. So at first we was a little leery about coming out or making an analogy towards getting a vaccination, but it's been over a year, and he felt the same way like us. He said, I wasn't getting that. Like he a doctor, just like you. You know, you had your personal feelings about it, just like everybody else, which is normal. But after a while, you start going along with, what the actual facts are, especially in our community. So it's working. I mean, it's working. It's definitely slowed the numbers down. We said every week, if it wasn't for the vaccination, we would still be on lockdown. Probably chasing and killing our own food by now.
Oh Lord, going all the way back to the primitive days.
Who knows?
Lord,
right.
Catching them dogs running up the street.
Right. And them cats and stuff would have been like, seriously though. I mean, because it was that bad.
Yeah, it was.
But he brung it home. And it gave a lot of insight. And they still in transition now. It was like still doing numbers and the effectiveness of the vaccinations. And like you said, we've been getting vaccines all our life. So we've been getting vaccines since we made it to this earth. So, and you never question the doctor what they putting in your child. They might tell you, oh, it's for polio or whatever, but you never give it a second chance. So I get the leeriness, but now it's just time to step our numbers up.
It definitely is, because all the data that I'm seeing is still the same thing. People that are dying from COVID or really, really sick in the hospital, they're in the ICU, they're on a ventilator. These are people that have not gotten the vaccine. And it's just so sad to see our people die from this because they don't have the vaccine. So we just got to do it, whatever we can do, work harder, work smarter to make sure people have the information that they need to make this health decision. Because it's not an easy decision. I get that, but it just really hurts to know that moms and dads and brothers and sisters and grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins are dying, and they're leaving their families from a disease that can be prevented, from a disease that has a vaccine. Like we have got to put an end to that.
Right.
I still have a lot of family members that are not vaccinated, don't plan on getting vaccinated. And it's nothing I can do. I mean, I can't make anybody do anything. I just try to share what I know. Tell me your concerns, and I'll tell you what I know about that. But, you know, it's hard.
It is, Doc. And what I really wanted to do, like at the beginning of this mission, when you first came to me with the idea, what I really wanted to do is I wanted to get to the youth. Because, you know, at a certain age, certain men will take on the responsibility of looking up the literature, or, you know, once he start forming into whatever level of manhood he's in. But for a child, you know, I'm picturing myself like, you know, when I was like that age or whatever, like in my 20s, like I might not feel like why I should get, you know, I might still be standing on a bad decision.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
my goal was to try to get to the, you know, the younger brothers, you know, understand, you know, to let them understand that this could be a long-term thing. And basically COVID is here to stay. And it's in your best interest, especially if you have children and, you know, whatever. You want a family one day if you don't have one now. I mean, it's just a good move for your future. So.
Absolutely. I think that's a good idea to get, you know, to try to reach younger people and have these conversations with them, because, you know, they need to know in general what information is needed to make health decisions, like the screenings that they need and how to keep up with, you know, the health, especially in the Black community and younger people, is just going down. Like the health outcomes are just bad. There's the access to healthcare is poor. The access to quality information, we have access to it, but we don't know how to find it and know who to talk to. And it's just a lot. So yes, I do like that idea of trying to figure out how to target younger people and get them involved in their overall health. Because this is like a lifelong thing. Like this isn't just a COVID thing. We got to take care of our health in general. I don't have a GYN right now because my GYN moved. And so I haven't had one, and I am like way overdue for a mammogram. So I was like, I need to get a mammogram, make sure I'm good. So I reached out to my PCP and I was like, can you please just order me a mammogram until I can get a GYN? And, you know, and he was like, no problem. And he sent me the script. So it's like, we can't be forgetting about everything else. We got to take care of everything, get our screenings done, know what screenings to get done, especially for Black men. Prostate cancer is a big deal. Younger, and it's getting younger and younger and younger when you look at the disparities in the death rates and diagnoses for Black men and prostate cancer. So I know that the recommendation used to be 50, and Ty, you might know this, or if not, you might be able to look it up, but it used to be 50 years old and maybe younger if you had a family history. But in Black men, more and more younger Black men, younger than
they're saying like 35 and 40 now. Like it's like,
so y'all got to get y'all prostate screenings done earlier, just to make sure it gets caught in enough time so that if you need treatment, if you need any kind of intervention, you can get that started and you don't have to die of prostate cancer. I had an uncle that passed away of prostate cancer, and it's just, you know, it was just a matter of staying on top of our health. Yeah, is what it is.
And that's what we're doing. And like I told him, every time I went into a barbershop or every time I talked to somebody, it's not just about the vaccination. The vaccination is just the hot disease or the hot. So it's like we want to get back on deck with that, but it's about our health in general. Yeah, it's about taking reins of your health. Like, and again, I know how it is. I was one of them brothers that wasn't going and all that, but now it's like it's time. It's like you don't want to get caught on the glue trap, and it's too late.
It's too late. Stuck.
Like this is just one avenue that we're working on. We working on the vaccine right now, but I mean, overall, it's just our health in general. It's time to start taking care of ourselves. There's nothing wrong with still eating the food we like, but it's just a different, you know, increments and different things. It's really just a mindset of being healthy. So, Doc, I appreciate what you're doing. Yeah, and they're hearing it from their folks. You're not hearing it, and it's not to discredit nobody. It's not a color thing, but we grew up in these neighborhoods, and we know who we listen to.
Yeah.
So we will respect it if it's coming from our own first.
Yep.
Not that is just better than no other race, nationalities, and none of that. But the way we move out, you know, Black folks, we got to hear from our own, and then we'll at least listen a little bit. And I mean, to me, that's what's important about what we're doing.
Yes, absolutely.
We talking to our people, informing our folks, and we in them streets, Doc.
We out here. We in your face. You can't run. I want to mention that Dr. Thomas said Black men should consider prostate cancer screenings at 45. So that is younger than what I had mentioned. So yes, at 45, and if you have a family history of it, then maybe even earlier. But you know, be talking to your doctor, your primary care doctor, about that. If you don't have one, you can always go to Chest Pen. That is free healthcare services. Now, somebody said they don't want to go because they're gonna think you got an STD. Listen. Even if they think you got an STD, what is the harm in that? What's the harm of them thinking that? You know you don't got one. And if you do, you can get diagnosed and treated. So who cares?
Right.
Like, we got to stop thinking about what other people think and think about ourselves and put ourselves before what everything else, you know.
Yeah, for real, that's what you're going to do? You're just going to put my business out there like that?
I didn't even know you was
just going to put my business out there like that?
My bad. I said somebody. Now you see,
I know who the somebody is, though.
Yeah, you just told the world too, but right. It's cool.
Uncle P in the building.
What's up, family? How y'all
doing? P, how you doing, bro?
I'm good.
My bad, dog.
Wow.
I wasn't gonna do you like that. I just needed to give an example to the world about why you can go to Chest Pen and get free healthcare.
But we working on that, Doc. We ain't quite there yet. Let's try to get some health centers, more health centers in our neighborhoods. Let's work on that. Okay. Just some regular health centers for some brothers.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. So we did the barbershop talk, and then we went out and we went back to the barbershop on Saturday, and we did a vaccine clinic out there. And so that was a good time. Greg, George, you said you got some good feedback on the vaccine clinic.
I mean, that was like part one was the barbershop talk, the segment inside the barbershop. Part two, which was the finale, which was the actual vaccination clinic outside of the barbershop. So we really had, like, I think with a little more promotion, I think we would have had a bigger turnout. But I actually was very impressed with the people that showed up, the people that we engaged with, all our workers. Everybody was professional. And actually was a lot of brothers that was vaccinated already.
Yeah, so a lot of guys
that was coming to get boosted. But I mean, it was reaching. But again, like I said, it's like the youth population, that 20 to 30, 35 is like they the area. Like, I feel like, you know, we need to just pull them to the coat, you know, by the coattails and like. But overall, the clinic, wow, it was a great day. It was a great day. It felt good. We had jazz music. Shout out to Mill with the limo bus.
Yes, easy entertainment always coming through for me.
Right, it was nice though, and it just had a nice feel. We was getting some good feedback on the live. I got some good feedback from some brothers around the way that know me, and they just was like they with it. You know, like, look, you know, when you coming to Chester.
They said, when you coming to Chester?
I'm like, you better show up because everybody talk that. Y'all talk that talk. I'll be out there almost every day. I'll be out there with the clinic soon, and you better be there.
They ain't gonna come. That's a shame. Y'all better come. We coming.
Well, what was your take on it, Doc? I mean, you was in the mix, you know, just you ran these before. Good. This the first time you did it in front of a barbershop. So, like, what was your feel? What's your feel on it?
I felt like it was good. I felt like it was a great location because it was other stores there. So people saw our signs out and came through and got the booster. I was really pleasantly surprised to see that a lot of the guys that was in the shop that they had been vaccinated. And Kyle, he even said that during the barbershop talk. He said that, you know, like all my clients are vaccinated, which was really good to hear that, you know, that our men, that they are taking it seriously and that they're getting a vaccine. So I think the next call may be bring somebody that's not vaccinated, right? So you're vaccinated, but I know you know somebody that's not vaccinated. I tried to get my brother to come. I tried to get my nephew to come because they don't live that far, but of course it was always something. So I don't know. We're going to get it together. We're going to get it together. Right. But all those people that was like, when y'all coming to Chester, we coming. We coming for you.
Coming out there.
Come through.
We pick our locations. We probably do two. We're going to start out with one. But I mean,
Yeah.
it's just a movement, though. It's just a movement throughout our communities. And Doc, you kicked it off. It's just time for us to step up. I mean, I'm working on all avenues on repairing the community. This is just one of them. So we
Yeah.
got a lot of problems to work on, but as long as we're working on them, that's the solution. So we part of the
There you go.
solution, Doc. We part of the solution. So
We definitely are. And let me talk about this word movement. So if y'all been at any of the vaccine clinics I did before, you know my sister is always there. She's a nurse, so she helps with the education.
going on, girl. They
Her
said,
and Diamond always come through. And so so George came up with this concept of a logo. So it's the COVID reset. So if you see us with our COVID shirts on, it's the COVID reset, got a reset button on it. And so of course I give a shirt to my sister and Diamond because they always at my events helping. So George didn't know Jenny. So he went over to Jenny, and this is where the shade comes in. And he was like, oh, okay, so y'all part of this movement? I was like, yo, why you throwing shade at my sister? He trying to say, like, why you got on one of our shirts? I don't know who you are and what.
I mean, they repping the brand. I just wanted to know what was going on there. But
I didn't appreciate that at all.
no, they did a great job though. Like that video, they got a nice video game. Like
JB
shout out to
Flick.
Black businesses, man. Listen, y'all, I'm proud of all our Black businesses, all our owners, like the way we really coming through. I mean, you know, it's not too late. I mean, I know we behind, but I'm enjoying it. I'm loving how brothers and sisters is taking leadership and controlling their money. That's important. We never really had control of our money before. So now you're controlling your money and you being owners. And that's way more important than being a renter. So I'm feeling Black business all across the world, man. I'm loving it. Like, especially in Chester, like there's so many entrepreneurs, everybody, you know, just passing that money back and forth. So that's how we work it. We work our money back and forth to each other instead of Gucci and all these other good folks. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I'm loving it. Great business though. I wish we had the information because I definitely would put our information on here.
Well, she JB Flicks, so she at JB Flicks on Instagram.
Yeah.
Y'all can follow them. They do photography parties. They did the high prom. She got the 360 and a photo booth for the JB Flicks experience.
Let's show the pictures from the with the logo around it. I think we took a group pic in front of the
they did a custom background for the event.
They did this for us, like right on the spot. I mean, just just total like professionalism. It's not like old school business.
Not like old school Black businesses.
We also professionalism. Like I said, shout out to all our Black businesses and all of us that's in leadership positions. We gotta set the next generation up, or reset these people's mindset.
Yeah, we do, and keep the money in the family. Like
like that's what we doing.
Spend with each other. We gotta look for each other, spend with each other, just like all the other communities do. We gotta do the same thing.
But the reset thing, that I mean, it really wasn't no shade. It was just
it was 100%.
I really like the shirts, and I'm just like, okay, all right, what's going? Because I knew our helpers, I knew like the interns. And Vusi, I knew that they were the only two I wasn't introduced to. So it's just like, okay, what they doing with these shirts on? But it's not.
That's exactly what it was. What they doing with my shirts on? Why y'all got these shirts on?
But great job, Doc. Like, I mean, we made a great team out there. Had a nice crew. Shout out to Jada, Bree. I forgot the other one.
Ashley.
Yeah, Ashley, but yeah, great job. Even the guy that came in Jamil, you know, with the limo bus, he had nice jazz music.
He was
we had a nice setting, y'all. It was really like a nice setting, and it was safe. And they even got little gifts and everything. So we showed.
We gave out $20 gift cards to readers, to people that got vaccinated. Now, if y'all would have came through in May when I had that grant money in May, and May 31st. So we don't got no more gift cards. So y'all just gonna have to get the vaccine. But I didn't want to announce that we had gift cards because I didn't want people to come to get a gift card. I didn't want you to get a vaccine for $20. I want people to get a vaccine because it's the right thing to do for your health and for your family. And one thing that I wanted to mention, I haven't talked about this in a while, but getting the vaccine is not only about you. It's about people that's around you. We know that people that are vaccinated, fully vaccinated, 2 doses, not just 1 dose, 2 doses of the vaccine, they have less, if they get COVID, there's less of the virus that's in your system that can spread around and contaminate other people. When you're not vaccinated, you are contagious for longer because your body's trying to figure out what to do, how to get the defense up, how to attack the virus. And so for days, you're spilling out viral particles and getting other people sick. And so when you're vaccinated, you don't do that because your body already has the defense and it gets into action. And so you may get other people sick for a minute, but not as long as people that don't have the vaccine at all. So it's not even just about you. It's about people that's around you, people that live with you, people you're around, people who you work with. Or, you might not like them, but you know what I mean? So you it's not about you. This is a whole community thing. So keep that in mind too, as you're making this decision, that it's about all of us. We all are protecting each other.
Right.
I wanted to mention that.
Very, very, very well said, Doc. Okay. I mean, that's true, though. We talk about it all the time. It's like our duty to the community to take care of our community, to be vaccinated, to change our mindset, to, pull the kids to the side and just let them know that's not the right thing to do. It's just about start doing the right thing. Like, I mean, again, like I get it. I'm a part of the culture. I still live it to this day. I mean, I'm thankful and grateful for our culture, but it's just certain things I just know we did out of struggle and out of survival versus now where it was information available to us where we don't have to guess or come up with a theory. So now there's information right there for us. Yep. We on the same lines. Everything is basically equal. So we're not going to stay where we was at all this time. It's time to come out of there. It's time to come outside. You know what I mean?
I think the dangerous thing that happens is that people have information, but they are reading and believing the wrong information. And the wrong information seems so right. And you can't decipher what's real and what's not real. And then you pick up on this fake news thing and then you end up losing. And so I don't know how to overcome that. I don't know how to help people overcome that. I'm just like, don't believe anything you read online. Like you have to have a conversation with somebody to know if it's real or not. Like, I don't know what else to say.
But what we doing is the most important thing is we in the street. So, I mean, it's not just about them looking it up, or whatever. We're going to be right there in your face. I mean, that's the only way we're going to like rebuild the community and restart the village because it stopped. The village done pulled over on the highway. So now it's time to get the check engine light taken out and oil changes, everything. That's what we basically doing in our neighborhoods now. We're doing a whole tune up, oil change, all that. So now it's just like, that's where we at. Like, let's go. Let's get started again. Let's start driving. Let's start with our health first because we got to be healthy. And then we're going to work on all our other aspects, the violence, the school systems, everybody that's dogging us. It's time is over. We're in the street now. We educating our folks. We felt just like you. So it's we wasn't these first people in line. I wasn't trying to be no guinea pig either. Even though I know they had to test people before me, but I wasn't standing in line first. Why would I? So it's like, no. But after a while, when folks started dying close to me, and I seen that it wasn't just a movie, because we always be in movie land. I said, wow, this stuff is real. So it's like, wow, it hit me. And I wanted to be able to protect people that I was around. And I wanted them to respect me the same way. So that's what it's really about. It's about respect for your community, for yourself, for your family, for everybody that you surround yourself with.
Exactly. And so I want to let y'all know we are going to have a few events in June. We don't have a barbershop clinic scheduled yet. I'm still working on that. But we will be at Temple Baptist Church this Saturday, June 4th, from 1 to 3. There's going to be a health fair at that church. It's right on 7th Street. So June 4th, 1 to 3 at Temple Baptist Church in Temple. Then for Father's Day, Juneteenth weekend, we're doing 2 vaccine clinics. Will be, and that's Saturday, June 18th, from 9 to 11. We'll be at Subaru Park with local 413. That's the baby. I don't know if y'all can hear him. Yeah. We'll be at Subaru Park with local 413 with Mark Freeman and his guys down at the Tie on One for prostate and colon cancer event. We'll be giving vaccines from 9 to 1. They're doing a walk and a run and a bike ride that day. And then that same day, that afternoon, we'll be in Darby for their Juneteenth event. So we coming, y'all come through. Stay tuned on. I want to do one at Supreme. So if anyone know any of the barbers or Bill Reed at Supreme, I can't track Bill Reed down. Tell him to holler at his sister. I'm trying to set up a clinic over at Supreme, over by Sam and Sam. So if I can get one over there, we'll do one there. So that's what we have coming up. COVID cases are up. They still going up. Hospitalizations are going up. I don't know what's going on with deaths, but y'all keep your mask on. Please be safe. Please protect yourself. And people that only got one dose of the vaccine, can y'all go get your other shot?
Get back in line. Get back in line. Just get back in line. What's the problem? Get back in line.
Please.
Get back in line. You already went through once. Just get back in line and finish the deal, please. Thank you.
Yep. Exactly. Always, if y'all have questions, just call or text me 267-322-0470. 267-322-0470. Call me or text me any of your questions. I'm glad to answer them. I don't have anything else. George, you got anything?
No, that was good. Good show. Very informative. Big week last week. And we just going to keep the movement going.
Let's go. COVID reset.
All right. Okay, everybody. Have a good one.
See y'all.
Bye, everybody.